Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to unpack one of the most ambitious business ecosystems you've probably never even heard of, a machine that's designed to solve literally any problem a company could ever face. So, it all starts with this number, 3,000. Just try to imagine a support network of 3,000 experts right at your fingertips. We're talking lawyers, accountants, doctors, researchers, specialists from pretty much every field you can think of.
Okay, now, let's add to that. On top of the experts, this network also includes a community of 60,000 member presidents and business owners. They're all connected, all sharing knowledge, and opening doors for each other.
And this whole sprawling operation, it's all managed under the umbrella of 26 different subsidiary companies, and each one has its own special focus.
So what is this massive thing? Well, it's called NKCS Holdings. And to really understand the machine, we have to get to know the man who built it basically from scratch in just a few short years.
All right, let's talk about the architect of this whole ecosystem, Katsuya Nihara. His personal journey is pretty much the blueprint for everything that follows. Nihara's career is a real roller coaster of a story. Incredible highs, a totally devastating low, and then an even more spectacular comeback. So after some early success, he actually faced a business failure that forced him to start all over again as a temp worker. But he didn't just bounce back. He led his IT sales team to become number 4 in the entire world before launching his grand vision for NKCS Holdings in late 2020.
And his resume? Wow, it's just packed with top rankings. He's been number 1 in Japan multiple times for things like field sales and customer support. He even self-proclaims a world number 1 title for setting appointments. And get this, in 2020 alone, he set 10,000 appointments with company presidents. The man is just a sales and marketing machine.
Okay, so you've got this guy with unbelievable personal drive, but how do you take that and turn it into such a massive, structured organization? Let's dive in and see how he did it.
So, at its core, the promise of NKCS Holdings is incredibly bold. They're basically saying, we'll be the only business partner you'll ever need. The goal is to be a one-stop shop that can solve literally any problem a leader might come up against. The structure is kind of like a waterfall of expertise. It starts right at the top with Nihara's vision. That vision then flows down into 5 specialized holding companies. Those in turn manage 26 different operating businesses. And the whole thing is powered by that massive network of 3,000 experts at the very bottom.
And this right here, this is where you really start to see the sheer scale of it all. These 5 holding companies are designed to cover every single corner of the economy. You've got separate entities for-profit businesses, public interest groups like nonprofits, government, research, and even one just for assets like intellectual property. It's built for total coverage.
And that 3,000-strong expert network? It's just as organized. It's broken down into 15 professional guilds. Now, law and business make up the biggest slice of the pie at 40%, but the deep specialization across medicine, education, and finance really shows you the ambition here, to have a world-class expert ready for any possible challenge that comes up. But here's the thing, the ecosystem doesn't just stop with the companies that Nihara owns directly. It's designed to be an open, always expanding web. So the group actively partners with over 100 external companies to really broaden its capabilities. A perfect example is Rough Diamond Co., Ltd. It's a firm that specializes in industrial efficiency and sustainability. By bringing in partners like this, NKCS makes sure its members can get access to super niche expertise that isn't already in-house.
Okay, so you've got this gigantic web of companies and all these experts. How in the world does a client actually access all of it? You'd think it would be incredibly complicated, right? Well, the model is surprisingly simple.
It's all built on a subscription model. Just like their website says, it's an all-you-can-eat service for a flat monthly fee. You pay one price, and you get access to this immense consulting machine. There are a few different tiers, of course. You've got the personal membership, which is for individuals and small business owners. That starts at around 50,000 yen, which is about, $350 a month. Then there's a professional tier for folks like lawyers and accountants that doubles that price, but it also helps them build their own practices with client referrals and branding support. And for the bigger businesses, the corporate tier starts at 200,000 yen a month, so roughly $1,400. And this is like the master key. It unlocks access to the expertise across all 5 of those holding companies, which basically gives a corporation this powerful, outsourced brain trust on demand.
But look, if you think this is all just about business strategy and maximizing profits, you're really only seeing half the picture.
The vision behind NKCS goes way, way deeper than just balance sheets.
The official mission statement for the entire ecosystem is so simple, but it's also pretty profound: to make every person and organization involved happy. It's a philosophy that's centered on human well-being, not just corporate growth.
So how do they do that? How do they make people happy? Well, the company says that the most important key to its growth is a practice called Nikon, or inner reflection. They use tools like meditation and mindfulness to help leaders look inward, because they believe that true progress starts from within the person, not just within the company.
And this all ties directly back into Nihara's personal philosophy, which he calls ultimate empowerment. It's this idea of helping people and their businesses break through their own perceived limits to achieve a state of genuine abundance.
This single phrase just perfectly captures their core motivation: to take clients to the other side of limitation, pushing them past what they ever thought was possible for themselves and for their businesses. So what it all comes down to is, what are we really looking at here? Is this some kind of new replicable model for business consulting? A future where every company just subscribes to a vast support network? Or is it a unique lightning-in-a-bottle system that can only exist because of the singular vision and relentless energy of its extraordinary founder? That's the question to think about.